That's why I feel life is a great adventure.
Have you ever wondered how a tiny island nation, once a humble fishing village, transformed into one of the world's wealthiest countries? Singapore, a city state that defied expectations and climbed the economic ladder with astonishing speed. In this video, we'll unveil the secrets behind Singapore's meteoric rise and explore how it became the richest Asian country almost overnight. From a British colony to a global financial hub, Singapore's journey is nothing short of extraordinary. Join us as we delve into the key factors that fueled its economic miracle. Singapore is an island nation consisting of a main island and 63 smaller islets. Its small size and proximity to the sea have influenced its development and culture. Singapore experiences a tropical climate characterized by high temperatures and humidity throughout the year. The climate has shaped its flora and fauna, resulting in a diverse ecosystem. Singapore's strategic location has also played a significant role in its political and diplomatic relations. It is surrounded by neighboring countries including Malaysia, Indonesia, Brunei, and has developed strong economic and cultural ties with these nations. The story of Singapore's rise to prominence is inextricably linked to one man, Kuan Yew, a visionary leader. He was the architect of Singapore's transformation from a small, impoverished island to a global economic powerhouse. In this video, we are not going to talk about the history of Singapore or the biopic of Lee. The main purpose of this video is to break down the strategies used by the founding father of Singapore to make it an economic giant. But before that, let's just talk about the problems prevailing there at that time. First of all was the crime, unemployment, and the poor working conditions of the workers. Majorly, the work at that time was related to harbor and port. The other problem was opium, which is a kind of drug formed by poppy seeds, which is often called afim in India. In addition, corruption and the formation of different cultural groups that was a problem to its integrity and unity. Although the progress was fast, but it was the result of many small efforts and strategies led by Lee. We can break down that in 5 policies: unity, anti-corruption, neighbor support, attracting foreign industries, and infrastructure. During the initial days, there were different communities, majorly based on religion. They have the feeling of hatred and disrespect for each other. Lee knew that this was an outcome of community schools. Therefore, in order to tackle, he developed government schools which have better facilities and provide children a better education at very cheap prices. So this made parents to shift from community schools to the government schools. The curriculum of the school was carefully designed to promote unity and feeling of brotherhood among the students. As a consequence, he succeeded in his plans. He was able to implement the idea of unity among the citizens of the country. The next area to work was the corruption, which was spread almost in all the government departments. So, to deal with it, he formed an organization called CPIB, that is the Corrupt Practices Investigation Bureau, which which is an independent organization that is answerable only to the Prime Minister. CPIP imposed heavy penalties and imprisonment on one who was involved in the practices, which was a successful idea that helped Lee to establish law and a civilized population. Lee led a lot of efforts to make Singapore a state of Malaysia because he was worried about the safety of the nation. At that time, during 1960s, Singapore was a British colony and Lee was worried about if Britishers will leave Singapore in future. Singapore, being a small and developing nation, will not exist without military power. His efforts were successful. Malaysia accepted Singapore as a state, but later they removed it due to some political issues. In addition, later on, Britishers also left Singapore. Hence, Singapore was all alone. So Lee created a society, an organization called ASEAN, that is the Association of Southeast Asian Nations, making strong ties with its neighboring countries including Cambodia, Indonesia, Laos, Malaysia and Myanmar, etc. This helped Singapore to become an economic giant in future. Attracting foreign industries was another policy or another strategy followed by Lee. Lee knew that Singapore has not enough natural resources except tin and rubber, which was only exported to its neighboring country, Malaysia. So he came up with tax-free policies and tax holidays, subsidies for the industry to upgrade to the latest technology and manufacture high-quality goods, which proved to be a $1 million idea. Foreign industries from all around the globe came to set up their manufacturing plants in Singapore, which resulted in removing unemployment from the country entirely. In fact, Singapore was in a shortage of labor in the next year. Due to the tax-free policies, Singapore government was not generating revenue. So Lee found another method. He focused on the infrastructure development of the country, making it world-class tourist destination, which is also counted as a part of cleanest cities in the world right now. These methods were legendary. Still, many countries try to implement them and they all fail because they don't try to figure out the root cause. Still, if we can work on these methods with adjustments depending upon the nation's need, one can still develop a nation. That's it for today's video. If you find it interesting, do subscribe the channel and for more interesting videos, and do like and share to support the channel. See you soon. Till bye then.